Ever get that feeling? Like you're listening to a song and there's this whole other world hidden beneath the surface.
Oh, absolutely.
We're diving deep into that world today. J. Cole, Port Antonio.
Yeah, perfect example, honestly.
This track is like storytelling at its finest.
Yeah.
We're going to break down the lyrics, the honesty behind them, the whole 9 yards.
With J. Cole's music, you always feel like you can dive in.
Sure.
He's got that vulnerability, but then he combines it with this really sharp social commentary. That's what gives his music that realness, that depth.
And he doesn't waste any time getting right into it. Like right off the bat, he throws you into his world with young Tremaine walked the straight and narrow, minimum wage jobs for the narrow, but still my mind was on the zeros. You can just feel that drive, that hunger.
Yeah, and it's deeper than just like chasing money, right? It's that whole idea of the American dream, but seen through the lens of hip hop.
Totally.
Those zeros, they represent breaking free from a system that often feels rigged. That's something he saw firsthand growing up in North Carolina.
Right.
Like, this wasn't some silver spoon story. He was mailing out CDs, hustling to get his music heard.
Exactly. And even when he achieves that success, I mean, he talks about being bougie enough to outcrew the Fountain Blue that screams like luxury hotels, living the high life. But then he brings us back down to earth with, but never forgot the spot where I developed my plot to dwell at the top.
It's like he's acknowledging that duality. Success can be isolating.
Yeah.
Staying grounded, remembering where you came from, it's crucial.
Yeah, that's real.
And that's what makes him so relatable. He's not just flaunting it. He's wrestling with the complexities of staying true to yourself when you've got material wealth on one hand and social consciousness on the other.
Yeah, it's a constant battle.
That spot he mentions, it's more than just a place. It represents that ambition, those early dreams, those roots.
That's where it all began. And he doesn't shy away from the harder parts of his past either. He throws us right into it with, I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked, I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish acts. Raw, real talk.
And it's that contrast, that duality he highlights so well, the beauty and the pain, the hope and the despair.
Through life.
It's the Black experience, especially in America. Melanin mocked, just those two words.
Powerful, right?
So much said in just 2 words about the racism he's faced, a theme that runs through so much of his music.
And it makes you think back to songs like Be Free, his response to police brutality, or Neighbors. He tackles systemic inequalities head on.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's that line about his friend, incredibly poignant. He says, he was a mean-ass wing with a hell of a shot, but if no team draft king, he get a bet on the block. That's a reality for so many, those limited options, dreams getting crushed by a system that's not always fair.
Bet on the block. That hits hard, right?
But-
It hints at those tough choices people have to make when legitimate paths are blocked. And it speaks to the allure, but also the danger of street life.
And J. Cole doesn't glorify it, but he forces you to see the systemic issues that lead people down those paths.
It's about confronting those uncomfortable truths, right?
Exactly. And then, amidst all that, we get this glimpse of hope, this incredibly powerful image of his mother. He says, you can't relate unless your father was not around and your mother went out and found someone else and then brought around. You can just feel the weight of that experience, the struggles she went through as a single mother, trying to provide stability.
It's such a powerful tribute to those mothers.
Absolutely.
And to so many Black mothers who face these societal challenges head on. He's not just sharing his story, he's honoring hers, recognizing her strength and her sacrifice, the sacrifices that so many Black mothers make. It's about resilience, about creating a better future against all odds.
And you can feel the impact of that sacrifice in his music and who he's become.
Without a doubt.
And speaking of impact, there's this line about music itself that really struck me. He says, but the rapper gave you some positive thoughts and you jot them down. It's like he's recognizing the power of his platform, his ability to inspire.
It speaks to that larger power of hip-hop,
Oh, yeah.
It's always been about more than just beats and rhymes. It's a voice for the unheard, a way to spark conversations, a source of hope.
And you feel that in his music.
When he says you jot them down, it's like he's saying, these words matter. They stick with you.
They make you think.
They can spark change.
Absolutely. And he doesn't shy away from the darker side of the industry either.
Oh, no, not at all.
He talks about that pressure to conform, the focus on clicks and profits. Like with that line, they wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. It's that eternal struggle between staying true to yourself and chasing commercial success.
And you can feel that disdain for those who prioritize fame over substance, you know? Like when he says, I learned long ago you can't please them all. I'm smirking at N, trying to be smirch mind absurd times with a fake get told that is wise. He sees through that facade,
He's calling it out.
the fakeness, the superficiality of it all. It's refreshing, honestly.
It is.